Hey, welcome to Midday College Football viewing today. So far we watched Clemson lose, which we knew that was coming. We've seen the Virginia Tech, the Hokie man, go down to Vanderbilt. So right now we're watching the Miami and the Florida game. I came on here earlier and said that I think Florida will win that game. And I think Florida would be into that game if it wasn't for the fact that they can't keep from hitting the quarterback and putting them in the red zone. Miami looks good. I knew they would look good, but I thought that the noise in the swamp would be a little too much for the U-man to handle. But apparently they're handling it pretty well. And if Florida would just learn how to cover the middle of the field, maybe this will be closer. I thought that 71-yard touchdown run would get the crowd back in it over there, but it doesn't seem to look that way. They turn around and let Miami come right down the field and drive because nobody in college football anymore knows how to cover the middle of the field. We'll see if these guys cover the middle of the field today. I'm sure they will. Anyway, ACC. What's going on? Miami looks all right. Virginia Tech picked the, fourth to win the conference, going down at Vandy. Florida State losing to Virginia Tech. Clemson getting absolutely skull drug by the Georgia Bulldog man. You got Ohio State sitting here playing around with Akron 17-3 at the half. Thanks a lot. Bet the over 59.5 on that game. Penn State looked good today. And their win against the Mountaineers there of West Virginia. But man, let's talk about the Tater man. Let's talk about Dabo. Let's talk about Dabo Swinney. You think he wants a wide receiver now? Is he never going to go in? Clemson man. Hey, Clemson man. You guys never going to go in the transfer portal? You're going to die on that hill? Look, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a fan of transferring in college football. I'm not a fan of NIL. I'm not a fan of all this 12-team playoff. If it were up to me, we'd go back to the BCS. You play where you play unless you got injured and you got a medical transfer. We wouldn't be paying college players. We'd be taking those coaches' salary down a little bit. We'd go back to the way it was. But we're not. We're in a new time and a new age. And if you're Dabo Swinney and you don't like the way college football is now, do your fans a favor and step aside. Step aside, because college football is passing him by. I can appreciate his stance on the transfer portal. But he's getting paid a lot of money to win football games. So, you need to win the games. If you need to go out and get a transfer here and there, get it. I'm not saying go and do the Deion Sanders fans, the Deion Sanders, let's get 42 new players every year and not have a cohesive offensive line or a cohesive defensive line. I'm not saying that. But you can plug and play a good player here and there to help your team get over the top. Did I expect Clemson to win against Georgia today? No. Do I expect it to be a more competitive game than what it is? Yes, I do. Clemson was one of the premier football programs in the country not that long ago. What's the difference? What's the difference, Clemson man? Transfers. College football is passing you by. You better get with the program. Anyhow, good Lord. I don't know what Florida's doing. Sunbelt Billy Napier, he better get his head out of the sand because, if he doesn't have a winning record going into this first bye week, you might be looking at an interim head coach over there at the University of Florida, and rightly so. We're going to go 4 years in a row with a losing record over there. Now, look, I know what you're going through, I do. We had a head coach try to torpedo our program, and Brian Harsin. Don't let the same thing happen with Billy Napier over there. Graham Mertz now in his 18th year of college football. Got concrete blocks for legs. Yeah, he had a 71% completion percentage last year, dinking and dunking. You ain't going to win at dinking and dunking. You got to push the ball down the field. Anyway, look, let me know what you guys and girls think in the comment down below. What the games, what you've seen in the game so far today. I'll be sure to comment back and answer any questions you may have. This is kind of going to be what we do on College Football Saturday. Kind of walk around the man cave, talk about what we're seeing, what's going on. Here at BC Dubs, we do a lot of music content here at BC Dubs as well. Any of my subscribers know that. On Saturdays going forward in the fall, we will be talking college football, primarily the Auburn Tigers. Just not a lot to talk about today. They are playing Alabama A&M today. I fully expect a rout there. It'd be good to see what Auburn's got in store this year offensively. Although I don't know how much Hugh Freeze is going to show today. Texas is handling business as I knew they would. Just throttling whoever it is they're playing. Hell, I can't even remember who it is they're playing, but they're playing. I need Ohio State to score me about 39 and a half more points in the second half of this game so I can hit this parlay. I could really use it. I can't believe I picked Florida to win this game. Come on, Florida. Get your head out of your butt.